Hello everyone, welcome back to Book Club Preview. I'm Michael, and today we're looking at the Penderwicks At Last, Chapter 8, Too Many Alice Books. If you remember, Batty and Lydia decided to sleep in Cagney's old one-room kind of house, and they were cleaning, they fell asleep. They wake up, well, not Batty, but Lydia wakes up to the sound of a bird, and she thinks, maybe that's Alice. And she opens the window, or the curtains, and it's Alice sitting there, whistling. And Alice tells Lydia, we're gonna have breakfast, come on over. Lydia doesn't want to wake up Batty, but she decides to go. So they go for breakfast, and there's like this part with a chicken climbing upstairs, and then they eat some delicious pancakes, and there's a message from Jack, who's Alice's brother, that makes Alice feel a little jealous. So she wants to make him feel jealous, and they take a picture of her eating pancakes. Whoa, sorry. And this is all breakfast time. And they also talk about how Cagney met, I can't remember her name. It's not Natalie. Is it Natalie? I don't know. But Alice's mom. And Alice's mom is a really, really talented artist. And she makes these tapestries. And a tapestry, which is one of our vocabulary words, is like it's like a blanket for the wall. Okay, if you think about an old castle, the castle, the rock and the stone is really, really cold during the winter time, and so they used to put these big, beautiful, kind of like blankets on the wall, and that would keep the castle a little bit warmer. And they were usually had beautiful designs of like a knight or scenery or something, and these were called tapestries. And Alice's mom can make these. Well, after breakfast, the girls decide to go look around the house. Lydia's heard so much about this house, and she's so excited to see it, and so Alice kind of takes her around. They visit the tapestry room, where they see the loom, and the loom is like a really big machine that is used. It doesn't have to be really big, but I could have had a picture of this, so I didn't think it'd be that hard to explain. But you can Google the word and look at images yourself. But if you imagine a harp, but then if you put string in it, and then you kind of, and it kind of puts all the string in a straight line, and you put another string, and you put it down like that. And this is a loom. I think that's a loom. Well, looking around the rooms, they get some scraps that the mom isn't using anymore, which they can use for whatever they want. And then they also go in to Alice's room. And in Alice's room, there's just books full of Alice in Wonderland or Alice Through the Looking Glass. And Alice hates it because everyone keeps giving her these books that she doesn't read or that she's read 100 times. Lydia gets really curious about the closet, because in the closet there's this wall, and the wall is made out of cardboard, I believe, or papers. And on the other side is Jake's room, or Jack's room. And when they were young, Alice and Jack used to go through the closet to each other's room. But now that Jack is older, he doesn't want Alice to come in, and so he made this wall. And Alice wrote on the wall, like, "You're stupid," or "I don't want to go to your room anyways." So she kind of wrote like this graffiti or messages on the wall because she's so angry. The girls decide to go back to Blossom, it's a sheep, I believe, and they're going to read a story to Blossom about Alice characters, and they're also going to give her oats. When they get there, they try to tie a ribbon onto Blossom, and Blossom tries to run away, but then they bring out the oats, and Blossom is, oh, okay, I'm going to come back. And so they give her oats while they're trying to read these stories to her. And at the end of the story, they hear a and Alice is like, what's that? And Blossom runs away. And Lydia says, oh, that is Jane's van. Ben and Jane have arrived. Well, some vocabulary. The first one is delectable. And this is while Lydia describes the breakfast. It's delectable, meaning it looks so delicious that you just want to eat it. Delectable. Ooh, yummy. Maybe like some macarons could be thought of as delectable. Pretty, fragile, delicious, these kind of words. Tapestry, which we already talked about. And the last one is recriminations. Now, recriminations means to blame someone. Alice and Lydia were talking about which book to read. Lydia wanted to bring Alice in Wonderland, but Alice was like, oh, I hate those books, let's pick a different one. So when they get to Blossom, they start reading these other Alice books, and they're so boring. And Alice is like, oh, these are too boring, Blossom's can't pay attention. And Lydia wants to say, it's your fault. You picked these books, these boring books. I wanted to read an exciting book like Alice in Wonderland. So she wants to blame Alice. She wants to recriminate. Okay? But they don't have time to do that. So Lydia just forgets it. But that's what the word means. To blame her again. Or to blame someone. Discussion question I'd like to ask you is, do you remember going to a friend's house for the first time? It might not be your first time, but maybe the most impressionable time. You know, you can feel like, oh, that nervous feeling. I don't know what this other person's house is going to be like. What am I going to do there? These toys aren't mine. How do I play? All that kind of stuff. What was it like? Do you even remember it? But if you do, we'd like to hear the story about it. And for the last one, I'd like you to please make your own discussion question. You haven't been writing them in the comments, but please take the time. After this video, think about it. Write a comment of your discussion question. All right? We want to have a chance to prepare to answer your question. Well, that's all the time that we have for today. But I want to thank you so much for joining me for another book club preview. Bye-bye. Hey, if you have any questions about the video today, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. If you had any other vocabulary words that you wanted to know what they meant, let me know. And also, if you're interested in maybe joining one of these book clubs, please leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.